Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Woo! What's going on, YouTubers? JimJam here with another announcement. Within the channel JimJam's Journey, I'll be starting another new segment called Shoutouts and Callouts. That's essentially where I highlight one positive and one negative thing I'm seeing in the fitness industry. This week's shoutout goes to, cue the drum roll, NBA. Yeah, the NBA is now incorporating drug testing for human growth hormone. I think that's a huge step in the right direction because at the top level of pretty much every sport, a lot of people don't realize this, but all the top athletes are using not just growth hormone, but all kinds of other stuff. And they're getting away with it, and you know, all these young kids, they're growing up and looking at these heroes, and they don't realize what the heroes are doing that makes, or is a part of what makes them so great. Obviously, these athletes, you know, they train hard. You know, they're all obviously very genetically gifted. But at the same time, you know, performance-enhancing drugs are a big part of the equation in all professional sports, not just, you know, football, hockey, the physical things. There is some kind of performance-enhancing substance out there for any given activity. So, yeah, shouts out to the NBA for finally getting on that, because, I mean, I can tell just by looking at a couple pretty well-known basketball players that I'm not going to name. Yeah, they look like they're on some shit, and I hope they get popped because, well, yeah, it's about time the world knew the truth. This week's call-out goes to the guys in the gym who drag their stupid gym bag around them from one machine to the next. Do you really need your lifting straps, your belt, your knee wraps, elbow wraps, a spare shirt, chalk, protein cup, protein jug of powder, fucking BCAAs and gloves and Olympic lifting shoes and chucks and just, it's insane. Like, you don't need a big-ass piece of luggage, you know, sitting beside you while you're at the squat rack. And, yeah, you don't need to bring it all around the fucking gym. Just be a normal, functional human being. Put that shit in a locker and, or just ditch all the stupid equipment. I mean, I see a lot of really inexperienced lifters who've got all the most tricked out fancy gear. I don't use any of that. I've been lifting for 8 years. Unless you're deadlifting 400 pounds or more, or you've got a back injury, you don't need a belt. And I would hope that you don't need straps. I mean, if you want to develop a decent set of forearms, ditch the straps. As for, you know, the knee wraps, those are essentially springs you're adding to the primary joint in a squat. So, yeah, obviously you're going to be able to squat a lot more while you're wearing knee wraps. So that's why I'm not a fan of those. And, you know, okay, maybe at like the highest competitive levels of powerlifting, yeah, those have their place. But if you're in your first year of training, you don't need knee wraps. If you're doing that, you know, because of an injury, well, maybe you shouldn't be squatting in the first place. Yeah, I'm getting really sick of seeing these gym noobs with all kinds of fancy gear. And, man, if they put the amount of time and energy into actually lifting instead of going out and buying all this stupid stuff, it just, that would be a much better reallocation of time. And, yeah, I hope this trend cease and desists. Alright guys, this has been Shoutouts and Callouts on JimJam's Journey, and we're out.